Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. With this whole Kamala Harris thing, let me tell you. I'm hearing black men talking about getting behind Kamala Harris and supporting her. And it's a good thing. Roland Martin, he has thousands, and I mean thousands of black men, prominent black men, educated black men, professional black men, blue-collar black men, street black men of all stripes, of all backgrounds, coming together and talking about how we can support getting Kamala Harris into the Oval Office. Because Kamala Harris is the thing standing between us and Project 2025 and the MAGA agenda. The MAGA agenda, which will, not might, not could, which will magically transport us back to about 1950 when it comes to civil rights, human rights, just, laws, the whole nine. Social programs, women's rights, gay rights. Anybody that's not white, male, rich, Christian can pretty much expect to be in a very uncomfortable situation if these people regain power. So, what's on the table is Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Now, I'm not saying you have to love Kamala Harris. I'm not saying you have to hate Donald Trump. What I am saying is these are the two entrees that's on the table, that's on the menu. You got Kamala Harris, you got Donald Trump. These are going to be the entrees that's on the menu. You're going to get one or you're going to get the other. You're not going to get an independent. You're not going to get Robert Kennedy. You're not going to get Jill Stein. You're not going to get none of that. Ain't happening. Take it off the table. It ain't on the menu, okay? It's like going to Waffle House and asking for lobster tails. Ain't on the menu. I don't care how much money you got in your pocket. Ain't on the menu. What I would advise y'all to do, if you're on the fence about this, or if you're one of these black folks that likes to say, well, Kamala this, Kamala that, Kamala locked up. Dude, look, it don't take but 5 minutes to pull up some of the programs that Kamala Harris spearheaded when she was a district attorney. It don't take but 5 minutes to pull up the programs, the diversionary programs that she instituted to keep black drug offenders from going to jail, to give them another option. It's all there. It's all there. Those $1,400 checks y'all got, yeah, the tie-breaking vote in the Senate was, Kamala Harris. Yep. Other programs that benefited the black community greatly in the Biden administration, yeah, Kamala Harris had a hand in that. Yes, she did. So listen, I've seen people saying, I saw a comment tonight that I've seen a few times. Kamala Harris needs to take a stronger stand on Palestine. Let me tell you something. About Palestine. First of all, in all my years of living, I ain't never heard a black person talk about Palestine, ever. Okay? Now, how all of a sudden, and I'm not judging either way, but how all of a sudden Palestine became the number one issue for a lot of you Negroes that 2 weeks earlier was worried about, who was better, Sexy Red or Glorilla. But now all of a sudden, Palestine is the first thing on your top of your mind. All I can say is this. We got time to deal. The Palestine-Israel situation been going on for, 75, 80 years? We got time to deal with that once we get Kamala in office. Once we get Kamala in office, then if you're going to put the pressure on her to deal with Palestine, then we'll deal with Palestine, if that's your thing, if that's your issue. But let me tell you this. If we don't get Kamala in office, because that is the other option on the table, you got Trump, you got Kamala. You got Kamala, you got Trump. Ain't nothing else on the menu, okay? Lobster tails, Waffle House. Ain't nothing else on the menu, all right? If you don't get Kamala in the White House, and you do get Trump in the White House, and they do institute Project 2025, and they do institute the MAGA agenda for America, then guess what? You ain't going to have to worry about Palestine. You ain't got to worry about Palestine, Frankenstein, Valentine, or any other iron, because your ass going to be drugged back into 1942 and everything that comes with it. Get your priorities together and order what's on the menu. You got Trump, you got Kamala, you got MAGA, and you got freedom.